It's a world that most of us will never get to see. An underwater wilderness untouched by human hands. Here, on a remote chain of islands, thousands of miles from the nearest city, sea life flourishes, as it has since before humans walked the earth. While so much of the world's oceans are damaged daily, the Phoenix Islands are a blissful oasis, a paradise found. In the middle of the Pacific Ocean, about halfway between Australia and Hawaii, you will find the 33 islands that belong to the Republic of Kiribati. Kiribati is a nation of water, not land. The population of less than 100,000 depends on the sea for its very survival.
Fish is the mainstay of our lifestyle in Kiribati. It is important that Kiribati people continue to be able to access this.
Of the 33 islands in Kiribati, there are 8 that are remote, even by local standards. These are the Phoenix Islands, a 5-day journey by boat from the capital, Tarawa. Today, only 1 island out of the 8, Canton, is inhabited. A handful of families live here as caretakers posted by the Kiribati government. The remoteness of the Phoenix Islands has kept most visitors and settlers away, but isolation has meant salvation for a phenomenal number of animals. Here, birds make their nests on uninhabited islands. Young sharks grow up in sheltered lagoons. And the reefs teem with abundant schools of tropical fish.
We are very fortunate in some of our more remote islands that we do have coral locations which remain very pristine, very much untouched. We are very much interested in maintaining the quality of these corals.
In cooperation with the Kiribati government, a team of scientists and expert divers conducted a survey of the Phoenix Islands ecosystem in the year 2000. They bought the Naya, a ship based in Fiji, and traveled for 5 days to reach their first stop.
We're actually going back in time in a way to find out what the ocean was once like and what it can one day be again.
The trip from Fiji is a long and bumpy one. After bouncing around on top of the waves for nearly a week, the team is eager to finally get underwater.
Yes, good diving. 1, 2, 3.
The Phoenix Islands comprise one of the last unexplored and unstudied coral reef systems in the world. For the expedition team, this is an amazing opportunity, like being the first mountaineers to climb Everest.
Yang
The future of the Phoenix Islands lies with the people of Kiribati, this nation of islanders so deeply connected to the sea. In collaboration with international conservation groups and donors, the Kiribati government is considering a proposal that would create an endowment specially for the Phoenix Islands. The interest on the endowment would equal the amount of money the Kiribati government could get from foreign fishing licenses. Essentially, the endowment would allow the Kiribati government to protect the Phoenix Islands from commercial overfishing.
Kiribati normally sells fishing licenses to foreign countries to come in and take fish. In this case, they'll forego selling those licenses, but will still get the revenues from this endowment. In this way, the ecosystem remains pristine, but the country still is able to reap some economic benefit from keeping it pristine.
Part of the ongoing discussions is closing off certain areas so that they would remain unavailable for commercial exploitation. I think it is important for biodiversity and in fact for the wealth of mankind.
So many coral reefs around the world have been destroyed by overfishing and overdevelopment. But the Phoenix Islands are like a beacon of hope. For all of us, the promise of the Phoenix Islands is the promise of paradise found and paradise protected.